Good morning, students. Hope all of you are fine. This lecture is also in continuation of chapter 4 of civics, and name of the chapter is Working of Institution. In previous lecture we discussed about the parliament, that what do we mean by parliament and what is the need of a parliament in a democratic country. After that, we also discussed the two houses of parliament, and these two houses are Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, which are also known as the upper house and the lower house. So, the today's topic that we are going to discuss is the which of the two houses is more powerful. Now, which of the two houses is more powerful? So, as we call Rajya Sabha that it is the upper house, so it seems to be more powerful. And Lok Sabha is called the lower chamber, but it doesn't mean that it is less powerful than Rajya Sabha. So here we have not used the old style of speaking and not the language used in our constitution. So there are the various reasons that which by reading this, by understanding that, we will come to know that which of the two houses is more powerful. Like if we consider our constitution, it gives the Rajya Sabha some special powers over the states, but on most of the matters, the Lok Sabha exercises supreme power. So few points are given, few examples are mentioned that how Lok Sabha exercises supreme power. Like the very first point is, any ordinary law needs to be passed by both the houses. As we have read earlier that whenever any bill is presented, so it should be passed by both the houses. But if there is a difference between the two houses, the final decision is taken in a joint session, and in which members of both the houses sit together. Now you know that in Lok Sabha there are 543 seats, in Rajya Sabha there are 250 seats, but when all the members will sit together, so the view of Lok Sabha is likely to prevail in such a meeting, just because the Lok Sabha members are almost more than twice than the Rajya Sabha member. So this is the very first reason. Now the second reason is, Lok Sabha exercises more powers in money matters. Once the Lok Sabha passes the budget of the government or any other money related law, the Rajya Sabha cannot reject it. It means all the money related bills, those are presented in Lok Sabha only. So in case of money bills, the Rajya Sabha can only delay it by 14 days or can only suggest few changes in it. And it depends on the Lok Sabha whether to accept these changes or not. And now the next reason is very important, that the Lok Sabha controls the Council of Ministers. And as you know, who can be the member of Council of Ministers in Lok Sabha? Only a person who enjoys the support of the majority of the members in the Lok Sabha is appointed the Prime Minister. And if the majority of the Lok Sabha members say they have no confidence in the Council of Ministers, all ministers, including the Prime Minister, have to quit. But the Rajya Sabha, it doesn't possess this power. So all these are the reasons by which we come to know that Lok Sabha exercises supreme power over Rajya Sabha. Now here one more question arises in our mind, that what about the Lok Sabha proceedings? So what is the working of Lok Sabha? See here you can see this image, this highlighted box. Here a few examples are given related to the working of parliament. Like this proceeding is given of December 7, 2004. So in the chronological order, all the proceedings are mentioned here. Like at 11 a.m., various ministers gave written answer to about 250 questions that were asked by members. Now, these were included: what is the government, what are the figures of atrocities, what is the government doing about overpricing of medicines by big companies. So, such questions of public welfare were asked to the concerned ministers. Then, 12 o'clock, a large number of official documents were presented and were available for discussion. And these documents were recruitment rules for the Indo-Tibetan Order, annual report of the IIT Kharagpur, and the report and accounts of Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited, Vishakhapatnam. Afterward, proceeding further, the Minister of Development of Northeastern Region made a statement regarding revitalization of the Northeastern Council, and the Minister of State for Railways presented a statement showing the grant needed by the railways in addition to the railway budget. Then proceeding further, several members highlighted some issues. Afterward, 2:30 p.m., two bills were proposed by the government, were considered and passed, and those bills were the securities laws, enforcement of security interest, etc. Then 4 p.m., finally there was a long discussion regarding the foreign policy of the government and the need to continue an independent foreign policy. And at 7:17 p.m., all the discussion was concluded and House was adjourned for next day. So beta, here we come to know by all these proceedings that how a Lok Sabha works, what all issues are discussed in the parliament, right? So on the daily basis, various issues, those are related to the security of our country, various social issues, the public welfare, and even some issues are related to the health of the people also. So all these are discussed in the parliament, right? So hope all of you have understood this topic, because beta this particularly topic is very important about the parliament. Here we have done the differentiation of two houses with that which house is more powerful. So we should not get confused about this, that Rajya Sabha is called the upper house, that is why it is more powerful. No, here the situation is reverse, right? So read this topic carefully. Thank you and have a nice day.